You see, for every feel-good story about someone managing to navigate through the broken glass and flaming barrels of toxic waste that makes up our society, are hundreds of stories of people who aren't so lucky. For instance, check out this headline. Totes adorable. But then, this. Turns out a 9-year-old's allowance, in fact, cannot solve institutional poverty. Now, I'm not trying to be like a massive Debbie Downer, sad sack, killjoy, McBuzzkill, although that is the name of one of my albums from my alt-rock band, We're Turbo F***ed. My point is that the saturation of feel-good, suffering stories inoculate us against absorbing how unfair and cruel much of our society has become. And sometimes these stories are straight-up marketing ploys. Check out this headline. KFC gifts new car to employee who walks 6 miles a day for job. And KFC just really cares, you guys. The colonel's out there giving cars to his employees. I know he acts like a tough guy, but that white mustache is a mask that hides just how much he cares about each and every one of those single moms who work for him. And that little white soul patch, it's because he has a soul, you guys. Deep down in his heart, he's a finger-licking good person. Or, you know, this is an empty, calculated marketing ploy by the company to appear charitable towards their employees barely making minimum wage. In this story, the single mom had been struggling to save up for a car. Her boss entered her into KFC's Kentucky Fried Wishes contest. Now, sure, it was nice of her boss to enter her into this contest, and who can blame her for being happy for winning a much-needed car? But let's look into KFC's grand gesture here, which news organizations were credulously reporting as a beautiful, heartwarming move by the company, saying things like, quote, KFC is really trying to drive home the point that it appreciates its employees. Ah, nice, a car pun, since she didn't have a car. Or on CBS, where they wrote, quote, the special honor is given to KFC employees by the KFC Foundations. Employees can nominate coworkers who go above and beyond at their job, and KFC will give them something special. Yes, because only those who walk 6 miles every day to their jobs deserve something special, and working long hours at minimum wage alone isn't going above and beyond. So the Kentucky Fried Wishes Award is described on the KFC website as a contest wherein anyone can nominate an eligible KFC restaurant employee for a Kentucky Fried Wish. The wish could be big or small, need-based or life-enhancing. Examples of requests include dental work, a car, debt relief, a meaningful experience. The possibilities are almost endless. Well, the possibilities certainly aren't endless, as only $35,000 will be granted nationwide in 2019. Now you may be saying, hey, Cody, at least they're giving away money. I mean, I don't see you giving away $35,000. Now, first of all, to be fair, once I did give away $35,000 in Minecraft coins because I wanted to help build a giant dick building, and I wanted the wing of the left testicle to be named after me. So that's philanthropy, you f***s. There's Minecraft coins in Minecraft, right? I don't know. Secondly, in 2017, KFC had a revenue of over $3 billion, while their parent company had a revenue of about $6 billion. So $35,000 is literally pocket change. In fact, on average, their employees won't even make $35,000 a year. According to the Huffington Post, Yum Brands Inc., which owns KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, is one of America's lowest paying companies, and their KFC franchise in particular compensates their employees the least. Yum! The story of this single mother who had to walk 6 miles a day before Kentucky Fried Wishes blessed her with a car happened in Salem, Oregon. So let's take a look at the average KFC employee salary in Oregon. According to Indeed.com, a KFC customer service representative earns, on average, $20,000 a year. This is barely above the 2019 federal poverty line of $16,910 a year, and according to the MIT living wage, is well below the living wage of $53,000 a year for a single parent and child. In fact, a KFC manager won't even earn that much, with an average salary in Oregon of $47,434, according to Indeed.com. In short, Indeed, the free advertisement that KFC got from this story probably paid for itself. all without having to actually improve the lives of the majority of their employees by increasing their salaries. That might cost them a few of their many thousands of millions. But if you're wondering why KFC knew it could get away with this blatant marketing without being questioned, you only need to look at stories like this one a year ago. CEO gifts employee car who walked 20 miles for the first day of work. Let's try that headline again, Washington Post. Come on. Or this one. Loyal customer gives McDonald's employee free car after hearing about her struggles. Or this. Ah, whoops. How'd that get in there? Just gonna hold on it so you have time to read it. Okay. Anyway, I don't think it's wrong to point out the good deeds that people do. It's actually important to remind ourselves that human beings are often kind, and many people are willing to help each other in the face of adversity. But seemingly, more often, the news media doesn't bother to dive into the circumstances behind these feel-good stories and frames them in a way that's supposed to be uplifting, rather than circumspect about how much society has failed people. These feel-good stories are supposed to be neutral, apolitical, just a good old, a warm and fuzzy story. But there is no neutral story. By omitting the systemic problems behind these stories, they give us a warped perception that there's some kind of just universe that will compensate for unfair systems, delivering unexpected rewards to those who have labored under crushing inequality. When in fact, most of the time, this simply isn't true. People are exploited, work hard for years, are left without health insurance or help, and simply fade into the background. And it's important to recognize this, not to feel hopeless, but to realize that we actually need to act, that we can help people. But in order to do so on a massive scale, we need to work together as an entire society to implement actual changes that will help everyone, regardless of whether their Facebook post pleading for help gets enough views. Because it's true, deep down, most of us really want to help each other, I think. But we're not omniscient. We don't know where our charity dollars are needed most. We don't know which of the countless GoFundMes we should drop $50 on to save someone's life. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm not. In 2017, a man named Shane Patrick Boyle started a GoFundMe to pay for a month of his life-saving insulin. And he couldn't afford the spiraling cost of insulin, which is set by the effective monopoly that Sanofi, Eli Lilly, and Novo Nordisk have on the drug. Shane had lost coverage of his medications after moving to Arkansas to care for his sick mother. He started a GoFundMe and raised $750, only $50 short of his goal. If people had known that only $50 would have saved his life, I'm certain they would have chipped in, because if we can learn anything from the feel-good suffering news stories, it's that people do want to help each other. But there are so many people who need help, so many GoFundMes set up to cover medical costs. It's literally impossible to know where to spend that $50, where your dollars need to go to save someone's life. Shane Patrick Boyle passed away due to lack of access to insulin for his type 1 diabetes. He didn't die because people are uncharitable. He died because charity as a band-aid to cover our broken healthcare system doesn't work. And that's a very sad story. How about this? Pretty cute, right? Or this? Ah! How about this one? What an entrepreneurial spirit. What a pull yourself up by your paw straps attitude. God damn it! Hey, thanks for watching that clip. Here's the evergreen end plate to ask you to like and subscribe. It's any day of the year where you are.